Yes. It's wiggling. Do it, Mom. Do it.
I mean, it's not pink. It's $1, right?
Yes.
Should we get it?
Yes, get it.
Okay.
Finish it.
I don't know if it's fair to pick favorites, but I think this next project is definitely one of my favorites. We found this table. It's a vintage folding table with veneer inlay, and it was beautiful, all scratched up and very rickety. And we found it at a thrift store for $16, and that was just a bit too much for me to spend. So I said goodbye and I wished it well, and I thought someone else is going to come along and turn this into a beauty again and really enjoy it, I'm sure. And lo and behold, the next time we went into the thrift store, it was marked down to $1. And so then I realized, oh, that person is me. So I took it home. It was in such rough shape, but if you know me and if you've been here long enough, you should subscribe to my channel. If not, you probably know that I love taking something that is in really rough condition and just really making it shine again. It's so satisfying, and not only does it make for a really interesting video to watch, it just personally feels good to take something that maybe was going to be tossed in the bin, at the end of the thrift sale, and instead making it into something really gorgeous, and in this case, restoring it back to its former glory, hopefully. But first, before I started to make it look pretty, I needed to make sure it's structurally sound, and that meant a lot of tightening screws, replacing screws, using glue to actually adhere back down some of the pieces of veneer, and that was a little bit tedious after several passes with wood glue, and I used masking tape to make sure that it would stay down. I couldn't find my clamps, which was kind of an unfortunate thing. I should have found the glue and then found the clamps before I started gluing, but the masking tape did great, and it held the veneer right in the right place while it was drying. I just used a lot of it. And it worked great. You probably noticed the little voices at the beginning of this video. My kids are just my biggest cheerleaders. They are so on board and so encouraging with the work that I do out in the garage and in the backyard, and it is so fun. They make everything more fun, and sometimes I need to make sure that they're not around and while I'm using power tools and things, and we're safe about that, but whenever they can be around, they love to just check out what Mom's doing. And here's my littlest doing just that. And hopefully someday this will be like a mini family business hobby side hustle thing where I'll just teach them the ropes and they'll know exactly what to do. That everything that I've learned I can teach them. And they can do furniture repair and restoration too. I think that'd be pretty fun. But in the meantime, they are so encouraging, inspiring, and fun to be around. I decided to use Bondo on the legs to kind of repair them, and in some of the places where the veneer needed to be patched. So Bondo can look a little bit rough when you first put it on, and I'm not really great at putting it on, but making sure it's just a little bit high so that you can sand it down and have a really nice finish. And this was a major challenge because every corner of this table was damaged and needed repair. And so I used a lot of Bondo trying to repair those corners. And I wanted to restore this, as I said. So I haven't done a whole lot of staining over Bondo. And if you've done that before, you know it doesn't stain. It just kind of stays this greenish color when you put stain over it. So I have a trick that I'm going to try. I've seen others do this, and I'm giving it a try myself, which is pretty audacious, but I always have in the back of my mind, if this doesn't work out, I could always paint it. I know that would really suck because it has this beautiful inlay design, but I am just gonna do my best. I decided to use this pre-stain and I use that for pretty much every restoration project I do, because I really want that wood grain to shine, and I think it really does. Once I got this pre-stain on, I was able to see, that wood grain isn't dull anymore. It is just gorgeous. I love it so much. And after that process, you do need to stain within, I think, a couple of hours. So I applied that, followed the directions to make sure I don't screw this up. And it was a challenge to apply the wood stain with the direction of the grain. You'll see I really struggled with that. Even the pre-stain I wanted to do that with. But you can kind of see how we're looking, and we're getting somewhere. It's looking okay. I'm using my favorite Varathane gel stain in dark walnut, and this table probably would have been a little bit lighter in its original days, but I did want to bring it a little bit darker. I think that's a little more modern. I didn't want it to turn out really super orange. As you can see here, I'm really struggling with those, trying to keep it in the direction of the wood grain. And that was a challenge. This definitely is my favorite stain. I've talked about it before. This is the best one that I found as far as consistency, ease of use. You can move around the product. It's pretty forgiving, especially since I am such a distracted stainer and painter and sander and everything else, because I will start in one location, and instead of systematically continuing on, I will see a spot that I missed and go back or whatever. And it's just a constant struggle for my brain. But thankfully, this stain is pretty forgiving. At this point in the project, we have moved from furniture restoration to arts and crafts specialists, because it really is a very tedious art project from now on. And really the task is to blend the table well, to blend the wood stain so that it looks nice, stain it correctly with the wood grain, and clean up where I failed to do that. And next, of course, it's to tackle those corners where that Bondo is just a delightful shade of yellow-green when you stain over the top of it. I did have a second idea, third or fourth. I don't remember how many ideas were rolling around, but I did have an idea to paint it where the Bondo was, like a gold color. I thought that would be kind of cool. Often with damaged pottery in other cultures, they would fill in the cracks or breaks with gold, and I thought that was kind of a fun idea of something that used to be really nice in its day, but it was really old, and giving it that gold on the edges would be kind of fun. But I did want to try first with these furniture touch-up markers, and they come in all different colors, and they're marked with what kind of wood they match, but it's basically, I don't know, like a paint marker or a stain marker. It's amazing. You can tell here in just a few minutes I was able to take what was a terrible contrasting corner and turn it into, oh, that's not so bad anymore. You can still tell that it's not perfect, but remember, this is kind of what it looked like before, and here's what it looks like now. So already I'm so encouraged by using this product. And while I did use stain on the little sides of the table, I also tried using it on the legs, but I was not happy with how they looked. So I did decide to go ahead and paint the legs a nice shade of matte black, because I think that it really makes the top shine. So I went ahead and used this Dutch Boy exterior paint that I love. I've used it in projects before, and out of a gallon of paint, I have done so many projects. So these legs got a nice new coat of black paint. They, I think, were stained before, but they were so very dark, and because they had so much damage, I didn't want to sand them down too much. I know I could have reasonably repaired them with Bondo and then done the color matching thing again, but at this point I just wanted that tabletop to really shine. So just to remind you what it looked like before, it's in pretty rough shape, and what it looks like now. I finished out the top with a pretty glossy polyurethane oil-based top coat, and it really did cover a lot of the mistakes that I made even in the staining. So I was very impressed. It was self-leveling, and it just made this perfect kind of glossy top to really finish out this table beautifully. I loved this project so much. It was so satisfying. Let me know what you think, and subscribe and follow along for even more fun videos like this to see what I'm up to. I'm glad you're here.